Ah bah le v'là Newton. Salut Newton. On se connaît pas, mais moi je connais déjà plein de choses sur toi.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed of the
Je sais que tu es
Pembroke
gay.
Hospital. May I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed. So it's you who saved my friend Oswald.
Oui.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
And you are?
Newton Blight. Oswald and I recently returned from the war.
Reste ici.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir.
Ah.
Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
Il a peur des rats. En bonne santé.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... Well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we're in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
Alors non mais la guerre c'est surfait franchement, c'était pas aussi horrible que ça, ils le montrent tous.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
Ok, question personnelle.
C'était très agréable.
Ah.
How do you feel about Oswald
Merci
Thatcher?
Bits DDD.
You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him. I love Oswald.
C'était très
I knew we wouldn't survive
Je
the war
l'espère
without
bien.
each other.
Oh merci.
But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
What if people find out? Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's more, well,
C'était très agréable.
you know,
Je l'espère bien.
I never thought I'd love a man.
Arrête de donner un nain aussi. N'ayez pas honte.
Enjoy your love. And
C'était
enjoy
très
life
agréable.
as long as you can,
l'espère
Mr.
bien.
Blight.
Merci.
Don't let anyone tell you who you should love or how you should love them.
I appreciate your kind words, sir. But it ain't that easy. It's all so new to me.
C'était très agréable.
Je l'espère bien.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
It started eating me as soon as I dozed,
Wow.
gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. Couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
You and Oswald were buried alive during the war. Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was last summer. A shell hit our trench and we were buried for a week.
Oswald seemed far more traumatized than you by the event.
It wasn't the first time it happened to me. Surviving it again gave me strength. You believe that?
Hop, dernier
How did
dialogue.
you survive for a week?
Luckily for us, there were rations and water in the tunnel. It was an outpost, see. Since then, Oswald's not keen on being inside for too long.
Ok.
Goodbye.
Ok, du coup... Oula. Je peux pas dash ici, c'est vrai. On va bouffer la gonzesse. Ah, attendez, il y a peut-être un autre personnage. Ouais, mais il donne rien, lui, en termes d'expérience. Ah, mais je peux peut-être lui parler de sa femme, ça va lui monter en expérience. T'es où, Cox? Cox. Il est plus ici? Maintenant que j'ai été voir sa femme, il est plus là. Genre sérieusement. Regardez. Ah, il est là. Clay Cox.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I can say for most folks.
And who are you then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
Il compte reprendre sa place de leader après sa convalescence.
I'll leave.
Ok. Bon, du coup, je suis sûr que là, ouais, 700 c'est rien. Entre elle, ouais, 2000. Et en plus, j'ai déjà fini sa quête, donc c'est tout rentable. Faut juste que je la ramène à un endroit adéquat.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need blood, Doctor. Warm.
Allez, on la charme. Par contre, je sais pas où est-ce que... si c'est par là que je dois aller. Par là. Ok. On va la mettre là, ici, c'est bien là. C'est pas très sympa, hein, mais... elle se prenait pour une vampire.
Why kill me, brother? We could have ruled this land together and forever.
Petite clé. Probablement utilisé pour ouvrir un camp. Du coup, est-ce que j'ai gagné en charme? Niveau de charme 2. Bah non, merde, putain. C'est vraiment de la merde, hein. Je sais pas comment ça marche. Du coup, la petite clé, par contre, si elle sent la mort, laisse pas le corps ici, mais je peux pas le bouger. Hein. Attendez, parce que là, cette histoire de petite clé, ça me perturbe. Il y a un truc qui sent la mort. Ça me fait penser à ça ici.
It's locked.
Dommage. Du coup, je l'ai tué pour rien. C'est dommage. Bah, j'ai gagné 2000 XP, hein, je dis pas. Mais ça m'emmerde, je sais pas comment faire pour gagner du charme. Du coup, je me dis, c'est peut-être en continuant la quête principale. Je sais pas. Informer Edgar Swansea des découvertes. Bon, on va lui parler, hein, Swansea. De toute façon, il est juste à l'étage. Non, c'est pas par ici. Pire, c'est rien, c'est qu'une patiente. Hein. Et on va dire que c'est l'autre qui l'a bouffé, l'autre vampire. Puis je vois pas pourquoi elle aurait le droit de tuer, pas moi. Hein?
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak. But I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
Non.
But the risk of infection using vampire blood could compound the situation.
I know, but your blood now carries remarkable regenerative properties. With our minds and your blood, there's nothing we couldn't cure.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Ah.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Oh, t'en fais pas, je suis au courant hein, pour ma sœur. Du coup, faut qu'on aille au cimetière. Et est-ce que ça fera pas un peu bizarre pour notre mère de nous voir?
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
I swear. Du coup, faut que j'aille ici. Quoi? On peut passer comme ça? What? What? On parle pas du même cimetière, ou alors j'ai... Après non, j'ai du mal à me... J'ai du mal à me repérer dans la ville, donc... Là, normalement, il y a personne, j'avais tout tué. Ah, je le démonte. Je me suis pas pris un seul coup. Commence à être pas mal. Hein. That's gonna hurt. Effectivement. Aïe. Dommage. Dommage, j'ai dashé au même moment. Première fois que je me prends des dégâts de ce truc.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Mais si t'en as la force. Allez, Jonathan. Jonathan. Qu'est-ce qui est jeune et qui attend? Jonathan. Du coup... Ah, c'est chiant cet endroit, hein. La route est merdique. Ok, c'est de l'autre côté qu'il faut aller. Total opposé. Tout droit, tenez la gauche. Heureusement que j'ai clean le cimetière tout à l'heure.
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
C'est mon papa et ma maman? Ah non.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Ok.
Oh, Mary. What have I done?
Regardez-moi ces yeux.
If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
Pourquoi mon perso il a les yeux injectés de sang et pas elle?
How can I? I've destroyed my family. My poor mother. I can't even console her.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
You may be right.
Of course. I've stared upon this world for centuries, and time has taught me to deal with guilt, if not erase it.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Waouh. Putain, je dois reprier quoi. La musique est très cool. Enfin, la musique était très cool vu qu'elle vient de s'arrêter. Ah, il y avait du sang ici. Oh. Non, te confesser. Ouais, mais.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
C'est mon créateur, je pense.
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them,
Il est grand.
abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
God walks with me.
Ah! Putain, il y a une sacrée lance. Là, on a de nouveaux ennemis qui ont un peu de gueule quand même. Ok.
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
Effectivement, c'est pas une good news. Et du coup, ça veut dire que les ennemis commencent à être un peu plus costauds. Ok. Bon, moi c'est cool, il y a des nouveaux ennemis. Du coup, là, je suis où? Ok. Oh, j'étais déjà venu ici. On connaît Whitechapel, c'est bon. Ah bah du coup je peux rentrer dans l'église. Et du coup si je me confesse c'est auprès du prêtre fou.
Yes? What is it that you
Ah non c'est un autre du coup.
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child?
You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest, as you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She has been laid to rest. That's all you need to know.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
I feel responsible. The pain is consuming me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
I swear it wasn't me. You know me. I loved you. I could never hurt you.
Please, forgive me. You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Ok. J'essaie de pas trop...
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
J'essaie d'être assez vague. Hein. Et maintenant, il faut que je reparte voir Sansi. Là on est où? Non. Je repars par là. Et ensuite faut que j'aille à gauche. Ah, je voulais pas non plus qu'il me... Enfin qu'il m'arrive une sale chose. Et comme je courais comme un gogol. J'avais plus d'endurance quand je l'ai vu. Ok, nickel. Donc ouais, je voulais pas qu'il me balance ou une connerie du genre, donc j'ai voulu... préférer être vague. Oh, il a rien vu. Hop, nickel. Ouais. Est-ce que j'ai pas une autre porte là? Non. On y va, hein. Lol. Ah mais arrêtez de me tirer dessus, putain. L'autre là-bas avec son arme, il me casse les couilles. Non. Ah. Le poison et tout ça. It's on him, it's on him. Boum. Parfait. Voilà. Donc. Moi je veux juste rentrer à l'hôpital, je me fais emmerder quoi. Lâchez-moi le cul. Ah. Myrdine.
I remember you.
Et il a des cornes.
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Tell me what you are.
I am the whitened bones and blackened soil. The land made blood coursing through thy veins.
Ça veut rien dire.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
Putain, le
I've had
micro.
enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Mais t'es qui? Comment tu me connais? Comment tu sais que je suis un
Leave
vampire?
him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned.
Oh, il le sait peut-être avec mes yeux rouges, mais...
By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Dis-moi tout.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Ah.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan.
Harriet.
She was Miss Harriet.
Il y en a une autre de morte, hein, vous en faites pas.
I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton
Sean
became
Hampton.
more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Do you really believe they would come for us here? In such a public venue?
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Ok. Donc Hampton était contaminé.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks. What on earth happened here?
C'est violent, hein. La pauvre. Je pense qu'elle a pas eu beaucoup de. Elle a dû se faire tellement défoncer.
Oh, Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman, butchered by some savage scowl.
Would you care to partake in this meal with me?
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent, for there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
Il était
He was
gigantesque.
bigger than a man, huge in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
Qu'est-ce qu'Ascalon?
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
Oui, je suis d'accord.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Ok. Bah du coup, avez-vous tué cette femme? Non, c'est bien que c'est pas elle, donc ça ne sert à rien. Allez. On va passer par les quais, ce sera plus simple. Ah! Toi, pour ton mal de tête, je ne peux pas t'aider. Parce que je n'ai toujours pas le charme niveau 3 et ça me saoule.